Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, today is Sunday, April 18th. It's about 12:35 in the afternoon, and today I am going to show you or demonstrate how to make apple sage fragrance cold process soap. I said it right this time. On my lavender video, I kept saying cold pressing. I don't know what I was saying that day, but this is called cold processing. Today, I'm not going to go through all of the safety stuff. If you want to see everything about the safety of making cold process soap, see my relaxing lavender video that I did on February 28th. That's about a month ago. So you can watch that video. Also, some other differences with this video. Let me take a swig of water here. Sorry. What you're not gonna see in this video is I will not be using what's called the lots of lather oil or chemical or whatever you add to the soap. That is because a lot of the contents or oils that we're using to make this soap already have a lot of lathering and bubbling and soaping quality, so you really don't need to use the lots of lather. So we're going to be using pure olive oil. We have some castor oil. We have pure coconut oil. You will recall in my last video I said when you're using coconut oil or certain oils, you want to use certain oils in their solid form content and melt them, so that way when the soap starts forming, it'll go back to this form. So that's coconut oil and palm oil. So those are the 4 oils that we're using in this particular recipe. Again, the whole cold soap making kit comes from Brambleberry. It's actually the beginner's cold process kit, but they do have the fragrance of apple sage. I already opened it. It smells so delicious, you guys. Oh my goodness, it smells really good. It's called apple sage. Okay, so again, just a couple of safety things. I'm not going to go through the whole detail of last time, but always have your gloves. I wear long sleeves. Always have your safety goggles, and I particularly wear a mask. It may not be necessary, but like I said, I get asthma and stuff, and the fumes from the sodium hydroxide that we use, you saw in the last video, it gets to me. I have the slider door open, and over here I have my front door, and I have our ceiling fan on, because you want to make sure you have lots of air going through the area when working with products such as sodium hydroxide. Is there anything else? Of course, I have this. I have my infrared thermometer, my scale, and other necessities. And of course, I have on my apron. You guys know I love my aprons. So let's go ahead and get started. Yes. Let me make sure this mask is on tight, because you know when you're wearing glasses, these masks always want to fog everything up. And so I just want to make sure that mask is on there tight, because I need to see what is going on. Okay, so our recipe calls for to measure out and turn it on. To measure out, and I'm looking at my recipe here. I am not an expert. I am a practicing soap maker, okay? I just want to say that. I have to measure out 10.9 ounces of room temperature distilled water. And again, I believe in the last video I stated why you want to use distilled water. Let me zero it out again because I touched it. And that's because sometimes like regular tap water and stuff has certain minerals and stuff, and you don't want that buildup in your soap. So we want 10.9 ounces of water. Even though I'm using a measuring cup, I'm still using this scale. 10.9, let's get there. And I'm going to stop just for a minute, you guys, because even though I think I cleaned out everything, it looks like this particular measuring cup has some dust in it. So I'm going to go clean this out real quick and come back to you guys. Okay, I'm back, everybody. Yeah, you know, I actually did go and clean everything out again. This was the only thing I didn't clean out again. And so, you know, when stuff sits around and gets dust, and I'm gonna just go ahead and turn this around just a little bit more. Okay. All right. As you can see, I got 2 things of paper towels here. I always keep paper towels. And I'm just going to clear that out again. You guys are probably thinking, she wasted that distilled water. I always have bottles of distilled water. It's okay. I'd rather throw that out and do it right than have all kind of dust and stuff in the soap. So let's start measuring out again. 10.9 ounces. Let's see. 10.65. 11.8. No, I don't want that. Let's see if I could do this. 10.93. Oh, 10.9. Bam, 10.9 ounces of distilled water. I'm going to take that and I'm going to pour it in here. I'm going to place this to the side. And next, let's see here in a separate container. In a medium, it says glass container. I explained to you in the last video why I'm not using glass containers. We're going to weigh out 4.6 ounces of the sodium hydroxide. I'm going to zero that out. 4.6. And this is why I wear the mask, because when you start, see, look what I was about to mess up. I need my glasses, you guys. Got them. Okay, because you guys know when you saw the last video, I started coughing at those fumes. I'm going to zero that out. Zero that out. 4.6 ounces. Almost there, 4.55. 4.66. This is why I have my measuring spoons. .62. 4.59. That is good enough. 4.59. Nope, went back up to 4.62. Let's see if I can take this one big chunk out. What would that do? 4.55. 4.59. So that's good enough, you guys. Okay. Always remember, tighten that back up. I'm taking this is kind of wet, and I'm cleaning it off. And I'm sitting it right here. Now remember, never ever Went back to 462, 4.59. I think we're there. We're good. Always remember, never ever pour anything into your lye. Always, always pour the lye slowly into your distilled water. The same thing with, once we get the lye water solution together, you're going to pour the solution into the oils. You're never going to pour the oils into the solution. And I told you why, because you can have a little explosion or a catastrophic event here. So we're going to slowly pour the sodium hydroxide into the water and stir until it dissolves. I also explained to you why I prefer to use plastic containers when dealing with the sodium hydroxide lye. That was in the last relaxing lavender video, which I did a month ago in February. So that's why I'm doing it like this. It's dissolving, it's dissolving, it's dissolving. I'm going to add some more. Okay, and then I kind of move back because it seems like the fumes affect me a lot. I've seen other people do it. They don't wear a mask. I wear a mask. This is one of my loves also with gardening, is this soap making here. So this is why I'm sharing this with you. In the future, I have some soaps that I'm going to make using milk, probably almond milk. Excuse me. Probably using almond milk. Okay. You're going to see me being silent every now and then because, as you can see, I cough a lot. And this is kind of getting, the solution kind of gets to me, so. Wow. And I haven't even put all of the sodium hydroxide in there. It's 165 degrees. It does get hot. You can feel the container getting warm. Okay. We're at 180.9 degrees, and I'm still haven't poured all of the sodium hydroxide into the solution. So if you want to know why I'm not in the garden today, excuse me, we have a strong wind advisory in my area. Like I've always said, we get a lot of winds out here. I put the tarp on my tomatoes yesterday, and they're still on there. And I also covered up those cucumbers those seedling cucumbers that were coming up. So I will not be in the garden today. Right now probably looks pretty calm, but those winds pick up, and they said that the winds will be picking up probably until sometime this evening. So I will not be out in the garden today. I wanted to plant. I actually had a 3-day weekend because of my 980 schedule. And I wanted to plant tomatoes and stuff and couldn't because that wind just really kicked up. Okay, so we mix the lye solution into the oils when the lye solution gets between 110 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So we have to sit it to the side for it to cool down. Let me do that again. Sorry. Right now, the lye solution is at 174.2 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to sit it to the side. I'm going to wash this out because stuff with the lye solution, I want to get the sodium hydroxide off. So you guys will be hearing the water running. Get some soap in there. Clean that off real good. All right. Excuse me. And I'm also going to take a swig of hot tea because of that solution. Sorry, give me just a moment. Kind of get those fumes out of my throat. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to weigh the oils. Most of the time, as I told you before in the last video, Brambleberry usually weighs out everything, but in this instance we have so many oils, I'm going to go ahead and just try to weigh them out anyway. And the reason why I still have the mask on, even though I'm not prepping the lye solution, is because the lye solution is directly in front of me and still got a little cough from that solution. So that's why I have the mask on. So it says prep the oils, weigh out 9 ounces of coconut oil. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to weigh, I'm not going to weigh the oils in the container together. I'm going to weigh each oil and then pour it into my bowl here. Okay? So it says 9 ounces of coconut oil, 9 ounces of palm oil, 1.5 ounces of castor oil, and 13.5 ounces of olive oil. So the coconut oil, I'm going to go heat up the palm and the coconut oil. I'm going to go heat them up in the microwave. So I'm going to turn off the camera for a second while I do that, okay? Okay, everybody, I am back. As you can see, the coconut oil and the palm oil are now melted, okay? And so now we're going back to the recipe. And in between time, what I do is I kind of still stir the water and lye solution. So like I said, we don't use the solution until it's between 110 and 130 degrees. Right now it's at 152. Okay, so I'm turning this back on. I'm going to weigh out 9 ounces of coconut oil. Open this. Hopefully I can open this. I'm not strong, but this would happen on. Take off my things. There we go. 9 ounces of coconut oil. I'm pretty sure that Brambleberry has weighed it all out. And this cut off on me. But we're going to pour 9 ounces. Like literally the bag is getting empty. That's 9.38. So we're going to pour some of this back in here. Hopefully nicely. Okay, let me stop. This is why I don't measure all the oils together in one thing. Let's zero that out. May have to do that again. I'm going to do it all over again because I lifted it and messed it up. That's okay. This is like a funnel. We can do it. Life goes on. Next time I'll just use my measuring spoon to pull some out. Which is probably what I should have did, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. And I'm making a mess. This is why I do this on camera, so you can see how we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Clean all of that off. Clean all of that off. Clean all of that off. Gonna zero it out. Put this on here. Zero it out. Start again. 9 ounces. Let me stop. Let it calculate. 6.38. 8.57, 8.71, 8.85, 8.92, almost there, 903, 8.96, 8.99, 'Come on, give it a minute. That was it. The scale turned off, but that's okay. And just to let you know, the shelf life for coconut oil is 18 months. So I could let this re-solidify and hold on to it. Bam, it's on the side. There we go. I'm going to take this, pour it into my bowl. That's why you have to measure out everything. Okay. Zero it out. The next one we're going to measure out is the palm oil. 9 ounces of the palm oil. See if I can get it open. This one was a little bit easier. 9 ounces, you guys. Let's go. The shelf life for the palm oil is 1.5 years, 1.5 years, just to let you, if you didn't know. So I will let this solidify and sit on the shelf. Woo. 8.78, 8.96, 9.03, nope, 8.99. 9 ounces. Okay. Putting that to the side. Pour it into our oil. And I'm just gonna take the oil scooper and just make sure we get all of that out of there. Okie dokie. And then set it right here. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's zero this out. Keep on moving. Put our thing on the scale. Zero it out. The next thing is the castor oil, 1.5 ounces. Okie dokie, we could do it. That's 1. Gotta get another ½ ounce. Almost there. 1.38. 1.45, we almost there. 1.5 ounces of castor oil. Oh, 1.48. Says 1.52. So we're going to see about that. You don't want to go over too much. You can go over a little bit, but I think that's going to be okay. 1.52. We're okay as long as it's not like by a lot. Pour it in there. The castor oil. Again, get out all you can. We're doing good. I'm going to zero that out and I'm going to check on the lye solution. See how we're doing. Ooh, we're at 132.4. So I can let that get a little bit cooler. Remember, our temperature is between 110 degrees to 130. That is for the lye solution and the oil, you guys. Okay. Next is our olive oil. 13.5 ounces of olive oil. Oop. See? That turned off. Sorry. Make sure your scale is on. So let's just pour. 13.5 ounces, you guys. This is probably going to be like this whole bottle or close to it. Slow it down. 10.6, 9, 11, 12. 12 point, you want 13.5? I think it might be almost this whole bottle. 13.33. Ooh, we got it. 13.51. Look at that. The shelf life for this olive oil is 2 years. Castor oil shelf life, 2 years, you guys. Okay. Pour it in there. And I scrape everything. I don't want to waste nothing. Not one thing, you guys. Don't want to lose nothing. Okay. So I'm going to put this to the side over here. Let me see. Pointing at something else. Our oils are actually at 96.4. Okay. Now I'm going to add the sodium lactate. It says 2 teaspoons of this. All right. 2 of these, huh? Doo-doo-doo. That's why I got my measuring. When the oils and lye are both at about, carefully add, I'm supposed to add it into the lye solution. So let me make sure our lye solution is at the right temperature. We're doing good. Let's go for it. So 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons. See, I was about to mess up again, you guys. See? There we go. Get this and clean it off. I thought that looked kind of big. 1. And then 2. And then carefully stir it in. Stay. It's a process, but it's a process that I want to learn how to love and make. Okay? So I'm just going to look at this one more time. Yay. I'm going to move this to the side. Move my oil solution over here. Now it says that with the gloves on, this is why you have to do this. Combine lye and oils. Add the lye water into the oils and pulse. So this is where my lovely stick blender comes in. You guys know I love like my stick blender and my nail gun. You know, they make me feel powerful. I'm always talking about how I feel powerful when I do this. Here is my stick blender. I might have to bring it over just a little bit more because of the cord. That's okay. We improvise. That's what we do. And it just says to pulse it. Bring this over here so I could be able to read it. Okay. And we're going to slowly pour. It doesn't look like you guys could really see that, so I'm going to try some more. How is this? Maybe if I move the camera back some more, just a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. I like that better. All right. Add some more. It says pulse and stir. Sorry. Okay. Let me see if I could just, I don't want to touch it too much, but nope. I think that's better. Okay, so gotta keep stirring, gotta keep pulsing. That's what we're doing. Then it says you add the fragrance when it's like a pudding-like consistency. Same thing as the lavender. So again, the difference here is that we didn't add like the lots of lather solution to it. And now that the lye solution's in there, I could take this off. Okay? But you guys can see what's going on here. Okay? And again, this is actually Brambleberry's beginner's cold processing kit. Okay? Sorry, beginner's cold processing kit. It doesn't have all the fancy stuff that you put on top. And I don't see any trace yet. I see lots of bubbles, but I don't see any trace. Trace is when I lift up this and I can see it sitting on top. I don't see it right stir. Yeah, it's not a pudding. Let's see. I see a little bit of a trace. Some people may ask, oh, she uses lye in her soap. I want to let you know now, all soap is made with lye. All soap. What happens is when you mix the lye with the lye water, with the oils, it has a chemical reaction. The lye disappears and you create soap. So it says a pudding consistency. I'm going to blend it a little bit more, and then I'm going to add the apple sage fragrance to it. Yeah, I'm going to add the apple sage fragrance to it now, and that's why it's a stick blender. I like how the blender just sticks up there. I'm going to take these gloves off now too, and I'm going to pour the whole thing in here. I sure am. You guys, it smells so good. I'm just going to let you know that right now. I'm pouring the whole thing in there. I've actually been giving this soap to some of my friends. They are loving it. Actually going to wipe off this latex spatula here, because when I pour the soap into the mold, I want to be able to scoop. So mix, and it's getting to that thick consistency that I particularly like. This one did not, it doesn't seem like it took as long because we didn't have lots of lather, and probably because I didn't have to go over the safety instructions as well. All right. Oh yeah, that's a good thick consistency right there. I'm just going to take this and stick it in here. Let it stand right there. Now, last time when I made the lavender soap, I did spray the alcohol on top of the soap once I got in the mold, but it was after it was off a video, and to me, I felt like I waited a little bit too long because there was still a little ash on it. This time, I'm making sure to do it right after I pour the mold in here. So as you can see, it's a thick pudding consistency, but you don't eat it. It's not pudding. It's not real pudding. It's soap. And then we start pouring it into the mold. And I like to get every bit of soap into that mold because these ingredients cost money. And so I scrape everything out of the mold. Okay. Even though this was Brambleberry's beginner's kit, it had a lot more oils to it, a lot more oils to measure than their orange energizing kit and the relaxing lavender. I noticed that, but I think this video is going to be shorter because I didn't go over the safety instructions and guidelines again. If you want to know that information, please go see the video I did on February 28th, the relaxing lavender one, so that you can see that information. And I'm just gonna scoop that. Yeah, I know you guys are probably thinking this girl is scooping every ounce of soap. Yeah, these ingredients are expensive. So then I take it and I tap it. Just like you would do like when you're making seedlings, you tap it and you get it flat in there. Okay? And you just, I'll come over this way so you can see a little bit more. Smooth it out in there. Now I can make a design, which I might try to. Let me scoop that off. Scoop some more of that off. Take that off of there. Scoop it off. Okay, so now I'm just trying to see. I think I'm going to try to do just a little bit of something here. And then turn it around. And try to do the same thing. Bring that out. Let's see. Trying to put some peaks on there. Which way did I go? I'm messing it up. Let's try it again. We're going to try that again. because I don't like the way that came out. Try to make it nice. Maybe I should use a smaller spatula, huh? Maybe that'll work out with that. Yeah, let's try to use a smaller one. Smooth it out. Smooth it out. And then just do. Let's do it. Peek it more, peek it more. Okay, turn it around the other way. Do the same thing. Peek it, peek it, peek it. Try to make it look fancy. And that's the best I can do. Going to spray the alcohol on top. And we are done. This is going to cure for how many weeks? Most likely 4 to 6 weeks. But let's see. This one, oh, it says allow the soap to harden for 2 to 4 days. Probably because we don't have a lot of colors or anything like that in it. But yeah, that is how you make cold process soap. So the name of this soap is Apple Sage. I will leave the links for the Brambleberry kit and also to loveandsoap.com. And that's about it. I think that was an easier video than the lavender. My next soap making kit is going to be like a swirled hearts. It will not be, I don't think it's going to be a cold process. This one's probably going to be more of a melt and pour method, and I have little heart molds. This is something I could have did in February, but I really wanted to do the lavender. So that next video will probably be sometime in May that I will be doing the swirled hearts melt and pour soap video. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and like the video. Please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed before, and share. Again, I am not a soap making expert. I'm not a gardening expert. I am sharing my adventures in gardening and soap making and probably little other miscellaneous things going on in my life with you as I'm enjoying these adventures in my life. So anyway, as I always say, find peace within yourself and be peaceable with others. And you all have a beautiful day.